Water rights. The term water rights relates to the ownership and use of natural water sources such as lakes, streams, rivers, and oceans. Water rights also determine how parcel boundaries are established relative to adjacent bodies of water. The benefits enjoyed by the owners of properties that contain or abut a body of water rely on three variables. Whether the state has control over the water, whether the body of water is moving, and whether it's navigable. In states where water is scarce, it's considered a vital resource for survival. Therefore, the state owns and manages all bodies of water under the doctrine of prior appropriation. Property holders in such states need to acquire a permit for their water usage, and once they obtain it, it may become attached to their property over time. In some states, the common law doctrines of literal rights and riparian rights apply rather than prior appropriation. Literal rights give use to the owners of properties next to non-moving bodies of water, like lakes and seas, but they don't own the water source or land beneath it. Property ownership extends up to the high water point of the body of water instead. The legal foundation behind the term literal rights is that lakes and seas are navigable bodies of water and, therefore, considered public property owned by the state. If a body of water is entirely contained within the boundaries of the owner's property, and not navigable, the owner would have full ownership of both the water and rights to unrestricted usage. The right to a literal property is attached to that property and transfers with the property to the new owner when sold. The term riparian rights is used when properties abut moving water sources such as rivers and streams. The riparian rights of the property owner are determined by whether or not the water source is navigable. When a property owner's land abuts a non-navigable stream, they have unrestricted rights to use the water and own the land beneath the stream to half the midpoint. However, if the waterway is navigable, then it's considered a public easement, and the owner's property only extends to the water's edge, while the state retains ownership of the land under the water. The utilization of flowing water under the riparian rights principle is subjected to conditions that include ensuring that usage is both reasonable and doesn't infringe on rights of lower-lying owners. Additionally, usage shouldn't pollute the water source, jeopardize its purity, or alter the water's flow course. Lastly, an owner's riparian rights get attached to their property similarly to literal rights.